Here's phase one of the cleanup of this mess after the dozer. It's now dried. It's very hardened and humpy. So start picking the sticks out with the tractor and slowly leveling it out, and then I'm going to try and till it to get some air in there. Trying to salvage some of this dirt pile left by the dozer. It's got a lot of debris in it, but I'm getting a few good shovels out of it to pull that back over this field here, because he cut down to the clay in a lot of spots. Slowly but surely. The strip I just did, when you're tilling ground this rough, you really got to pay attention to the tiller and listen so that if it gets stopped, that the clutch is working and you don't blow something up. I'll show you here. You just gotta watch and listen. Make sure you're not jammed on anything. Look at how pretty that looks. See, she's hitting some ruts there, but it's okay. Still spinning. Sometimes she jumps. That's pretty normal. There's some sticks and rocks or whatever. But man, this is gonna be beautiful once she's all done. Right next to the beautiful watering hole. Mostly dirt, man. This is some really good dirt. This is the toughest part of any food plot. Absolutely the worst. Cutting a new one where it used to be woods. So this was all woods here. You see all the roots are the worst. They get tangled up and you just gotta watch, make sure they don't fry your tiller. But look at it, it's looking better already just from one pass with the tiller. And I knocked down the big humps with the bucket. And then you go in, you hand pick all of this sticks and stuff, and you just keep working it down. Toughest part is done, the first cut. And I didn't blow up the tiller. After this, you pick some roots and rocks, and then it gets easier and easier. Looking good for a first run. When you're going and picking these roots and sticks out, when you find them like this one that are connected, I try to bend them up like that one so they're sticking up, and that one there, so then I come back with the loader and lift them out or cut them out. Just a little tip when you're picking fresh roots like this. Screening cuts I did this winter. And a lot of them are still alive. You see that? I believe it's a cherry flowering. You got green leaves. This big oak right here is sprouting. So I'm going to say at least half of this should survive. I was really careful in the way I cut them. So if this all survives, this will be a really nice tangle. That should be at least 6 to 8 feet high. That will screen the deer, and it'll screen it from the neighboring property, which is over there. So it's looking good, slowly all coming together. Okay, I've gone over it and picked the loose sticks. Now the ones sticking up, I'm going to bring the loader in, pluck them out. I'll run a drag over this and level it out. And if I had my fertilizer and my liquid spray for the pH, a guy could plant this today. If I was like some of you guys and only had like a weekend, this could be seeded very nicely, cultipacked. I just use the lawn roller and ready to go for the next rain, which is coming tonight or tomorrow. But I don't have my fertilizer and I have a little bit of time, so I'll pick these. I'll run the drag over it, show you once more, then I'll leave it sit for a few days, and the little sticks will eventually rot. Those won't be a problem for planting. If you're wondering, this corner here, I'm not doing anything with that because the excavator still has to come in and fix this pond for me. It was supposed to be about 15 foot to the left from where I stand. Two things, it'll put part of it in the shade and it will make it much larger that direction and hold a lot more volume of water. But he said he could do it even with a full of water with the big excavator. So once that gets moved to the left, This will hold even more water yet, and it'll be partially in the shade down there. And then it will be done the way I want it. So then I'll plant this maybe in the fall or something. This is more clay down here. But I will plant that top piece up there that I've been working on. And I'll show you when he moves this to the left how it works. Because I've never seen it. He's going to basically scoop that whole berm to the left and move it farther to the left. Show you how I hook a standing tree. Got the bucket open, angle it down, come in at an angle. Push that tree down, laminate it, and there she comes, just like that. Oh, I love the clam. Cable internet to our new temporary palace. That's where we're going to be living while the house is being built. Progress. Slowly running the drag around, and the tiller is dead weight. It's all the way down, knocking down some of the humps. So we'll see how she looks short. Progress. The drag is doing jack squat. I wasted a mile trip back and forth to pick it up, but at least the tiller is knocking it down nice. So more progress. Finished product for this afternoon. I feel much better because when I first started, I had big knots in my stomach thinking I wasn't going to be able to do much with this, because when he did it with the dozer, it was all wet, so you see them huge clumps. They were all hard, kind of like concrete on top. So I had a little anxiety going in, but this is the toughest plot I think on this whole farm. And now it is under control. Yes. The thing for the tillers when you're doing loader work and you need dirt. I need dirt, I'll show you on the berm. Just come in and rip it up first with the tiller. And then you ain't loading chunks of sod there where you're putting the new dirt. Full bucket of fairly decent dirt instead of clumps. This was the spot that we repaired the hole in the berm where I put all clay in here. Now we need some more weight on top and some more height on the berm. So